Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter ratios, rates and proportions. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I'm on grade 7 math. Chapter we're on right now is ratios, rates and proportions. Let's just start with the lesson the proportion. Do the ratio form a proportion? Do the ratio 2 by 1 and 13 by 9 form a proportion? Those form a proportion, right? That means if the ratios are equivalent, that means they form a proportion, right? Equivalent ratios have the same value, right? So the ratios we have is 2 by 9 and so 2 by 1 equal and 13 by 9, right? So let's just see if we have any number that can make their denominator equivalent. So the denominator here is 9. So let's just multiply this fraction 2 by 1 with 9 because 2 times 9 divided by 1 times 9. So multiplying this fraction by 9 makes it equal 18 by 9. Denominators are equal, but the numerators are not equal. That means they do not form a proportion. The correct option is they do not form a proportion. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, let's just start with the test question. Do the ratios 5 by 10 and 2 by 1 form a proportion? So 2 by 1 and 5 by 10. We have to make the denominator same, right? So by making 10, the denominator is 10. So we need to multiply this fraction by 10. So let's just multiply the fraction by 10. 10 times 2 is 20 and 10 times 1 is 10. See, now their denominators are equal, but their denominators are different. That means no, they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Option number 1 is the correct option. Do the ratios form a proportion? 20 by 10 and 2 by 1 form a proportion. So 2 by 1 multiply, let's just make the denominator same. Multiply the fraction by 10, right? Because 10 times 2 is 20, so let's just multiply with 10. So 10 times 2 is 20 and 10 times 1 is 10. See, their numerators are also same, right? Now both the fractions are exactly equal, so that means yes, they form a proportion. The correct option is yes. Option number. Okay, do the ratios 2 by 1 and 16 by 8 form a proportion. So let's just make their denominators same. Here you have 8. You need to multiply this fraction by 8 so that they can have the same denominator. 2 times 8 is 16. 8 times 1 is 8. See, both the fractions are exactly same. So both the fractions are exactly same. So yes, they do form a proportion. Do the ratios 2 by 1 and 19 by 8 form a proportion. So let's just make their denominator same. 2 by 1, let's just multiply the fraction by 8. So 2 times 8 is 16 and 8 times 1 is 8. So 19 by 8 and 16 by 8, they have the denominator same. So that means no, they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Option number 1 is the correct option. Do the ratios form a proportion? So let's just make the denominator same. Multiply the this fraction with 2 times 8 makes 16, right? 8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 6. Both the fractions are exactly same. So yes, they are equivalent. The correct option is yes. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is do the ratios form a proportion word problems. Do the ratios form a proportion 18 amateurs to 14 professionals and 14 amateurs to 17 professionals are equivalent to each other. Two ratios form a proportion if their cross product are equal. So basically, we are going to find their cross product, right? The fractions are 8 and 14 by 7. Just do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means numerator of one fraction to the denominator of the other fraction. So 306 is not equal to 196. So their cross product is not equal, right? So that means no, the, the ratios do not form a proportion. Let's just start with the test questions. Do the ratios form a proportion? 12 tables to 16 booths and 15 tables to 20 booths. So that is 12 to 16 equals 15 to 20. Let's just do cross multiplication. 12 times 20 and 15 times 16. So let's just multiply them. That is 240. And 15 times 16 is 240. So both sides are exactly equal. So that's yes, they do form a proportion. Got it? The correct option is yes. Do teeth ratio form a proportion 2 to 2 cents to 6 people and 4 to 12 times 2 and 6 times 4. 12 times 2 is 24. So 24 is 24 equal to 24. So yes, they form a proportion. The correct option is yes. The correct option is yes, they form a proportion. 2 the ratios 9 teachers to 8 students and 16 to 11 students form a proportion. So 9 by 8 to 10 by 11. 11 times 9 is 9 and 16 times 8 is 128. No, they are not equal, so they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Option number 2 is the correct option. Do the ratios form a proportion 7 old stickers to 1 new sticker and 9 old stickers to 2 new stickers, which is the correct option? No, they do not form a correct option is no. Do the ratios form a proportion 16 knives to 2 spoons and 20 knives to 3 spoons. So, which is the correct option? No, they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Option number 1 is the correct option. Do the ratios form a proportion? Eighteen to 9 and 14 to 7. I think they form a proportion. 18 times 7, 9 times 14. Yes, they are exactly equal. So, yes, they do form a proportion. The correct option is yes, you have to cross multiply them. First, write them down in the fraction form. 18 children to 9 adults, it will 18 by 9. And then so 14 children to 7 adults, that is 14 by 7. So, you have to do 18 times 7 and 9 times 14. So, both sides are exactly equal. So, yes, they do form a proportion. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is Alice took quizzes over. Alice have to attend this quarter before she will have taken a total of 35 quizzes, right? So we need to set up a proportion. That would be the quizzes divided by the week, right? And then we need to equate them. So for the first time, she had 25 quizzes divided by 5 of them, and the other one has no quizzes divided by 5n, right? So we have to cross multiply. That would be 25 by 9 multiplied by. So you have to solve n equals 7. Let's just start with the. You set up a proportion actually to solve them. Mason used 45 centimeter of tape to wrap 9 presents. How many presents did Mason wrap if he used 50 centimeters of tape? So 45 centimeter by 9 presents, right? 45 by 9 and 50 centimeter divided by n. We have to find n. So let's just cross multiply. That is n equals 50 times 45. 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 5 is 45, 5 times 1, 5 times 10 is 50. The correct option is 10. Option number 1 is 10 it is. The correct option is 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Neil earned a total of $6 by selling 3 cups of lemonade. How many cups of lemonade does Neil need to sell in all to earn $12? That is $6 to 3 cups. So then $12 to how many cups? That is 12 times 3 divided by 6. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 6 is 12. So n is equal to 6. The correct option is 6. Rachel learned a total of 20 appetizer recipes over the course of 4 weeks of culinary school. After how many weeks of culinary school will Rachel know a total of 40 appetizer recipes? Twenty appetizers over 4 weeks and 40 appetizers, how many weeks? So n is equal to 40 times 4 divided by 20. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 8 is 20. Option is 8. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 8. Leslie prepared 12 kilograms of dough after working 6 hours. How much dough the Leslie prepare if she worked for 9 hours? So yeah, the correct option is 18. Option number 1 is the correct option. Mika's birthday party will cost $24 if she invites 4 guests. So $24 to 4 guests. Guest can be there at most. If Mika can afford a total of 48 on her birthday, so 48 over, and n is the number of. That would be n is equal to 48 divided by 40 times. The correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Equivalent ratios. Let's just start with the lesson. Are these ratios equivalent 1 by 4 and 2 by 8? So try making their denominator same. So you can do the cross multiplication also, right? So let's just cross multiply them. 8 times 1 is 8 and 4 times 2 is 8. So both sides are exactly equivalent. The ratios are equivalent. Let's just start with questions. Three to 5 and 9 by 10. That is 3 to 5 and 9 by 10. Let's just do the cross multiplication. 3 times 10 is 30. 9 times 5 is 45. So they are not equal. That means no, they do not form a no, they are not the equivalent fractions. The correct option is no. So 3 to 5 and 6 to 20. That is 3 to 5 and 6 to 20. 20 times 6 is 60 and 5 times 6 is 30. So no, they are not equal. That means no, they do not form a proportion. The correct option is no. Are these ratios equivalent? Yes, they are equivalent. Are these ratios equivalent 1 by 4 and 2 by 8? Yes, they form a proportion, right? Option number 1, 2 is the correct option. 3 to 4 and 9 to 12. So just cross multiply them. 9 times 4 is 36. 12 times 3 is 36. So yes, they do form a proportion. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? So let's just make the denominator same, right? 1 by 2 and 2 by 4. So yes, they do form a proportion. The correct option is yes. Are these ratios equivalent? 4 to 5. Yes, they form a proportion. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 7 math. Chapter we were working on is ratios, rates, and proportions. The lessons we have covered. Do the ratios, do the ratios form a proportion? Word solve proportions, word problems, and equivalent ratios. So please make sure before these questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework. Simply click on the live chat and tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions, confusions if you have any. No questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.